Hello, it's Miss Emma. Okay, so you've only got half an hour to teach your explicit phonics program. You want to get it done ideally in prep so you can reinforce in year 1 and be done with explicit phonics teaching by the end of year 1. So the children are reading to learn, writing to express and explore before grade 2. Speedy paired code mapping.
It, in, the, the, S, next, it, is, an, egg, in, the, next, is, an, egg, nat, the, go, over, go, it, sit, on, it, the, egg, it, in, the, nest, nat, the, go, sit, on, the, egg, in, the, nest.
Use the free Decodable Reader's Guide to show you what you can use for speedy pair decoding at SSP code level. Anyone who buys the class pack or a monster mapping kit for parents, what have you, gets these. And it means that they have practice. The children can practice using every high frequency grapheme in a real little book for all of the 4 code levels. Immediately afterwards, they go on to their coding poster video. At first, of course, the teacher is going to teach the children how to set it up, how to get to their code level. But then very quickly, the children just log in, go to their code level, and they cover in between 6 and 8 minutes their high frequency graphemes used in words, sentences, chants, and their rap. And then straight after that, they go on to their coding poster to practice that.
Go back to the home page. We're all starting together all at once. Now we need to press the spot down the bottom that's got the green monster eating the laptop. Can you all press that button, please?
That's okay, Dennis. You did it last time.
Excellent.
It's okay.
Now I want you to scroll down to the green code level video.
You did it
Scrolling down, girls, to the green code level video.
We already did.
You're right.
That's okay, we're good now. Well done. Thanks, Matt.
Okay, press play and off you go. Go. You need to have your pen.
They're learning the sounds, the monster sounds, and their actions. The children might also just be watching from the whiteboard at their code level. Whatever their code level they're going through, the grapheme recognition, words, sentences, and also, of course, their rap at code level. That's for fluency.
Trump pow! Ring ding ding ding, ring ding wow! Wing bing fleeting, jittery toad! 8 bangs side 5 chasing down the road! Jelly belly, he's a smelly chicken licking spoon! Thimble, tumble, tumbling, rumble, flying to the moon!
They're now going to spend about 90 seconds on every activity. I give them 2 minutes for the high frequency words, 100 high frequency words. Now they're further developing phonemic awareness. This is the first activity of the coding poster. The focus is purely on the speech sounds in words, isolating, segmenting, and blending phonemes. This is essential if children are going to learn to use phonics.
Genie came out of the nap. It is raining and don't forget your umbrella.
Follow the sounds, say the word, cross it out.
So your writing hand and your duck hand. Go.
Good girl, keep going. Oh, try that again. Well done. Oh, try that again, Baba.
Tickle.
Oh, is it? It is tickle, tickle.
Once a week, get them to write the words at their code level, and then they code map them. So they're showing how the phonemes to graphemes map. Remember, every child is working at their code level and pushing themselves and doing as many as they can in that 90 seconds. Every day they move up more and more. So the aim is by the end of prep, every child is working at the blue code level. And how are they learning the new representations for the 46 or so phoneme speech sounds? Using the app, which is why they do it just before the coding poster. Nice camera work, Mrs. K. But just look at these children, all engaged, all busy, all working at their own level. The teacher is the conductor. They turn over, do their chants, and this covers all the graphemes used in the UK phonics test. If they just did this part, they would be basically learning everything needed for the UK phonics test in reception at their own pace. High frequency words at their own level again.
Because Because.
So sometimes they follow the sounds, say the word. Sometimes they just say the word with automaticity and cross it out. And sometimes they actually write the words. So they say the sounds as they're writing those sound picks, those graphemes, and then blend into the word. And that's what these teachers were doing at teacher training. When you come to SSP training, it's hands-on. You do these activities yourself. Often there are things that are so natural to you that you've forgotten actually all the skills and concepts behind them.
What?
Get that? Some preppies, because you're letting them get on and learn, you're not restricting them by making them wait for everybody else. Every child is working at their own level. A lot of the children are going to get through 100 high frequency words really quickly and need to carry on.
Box, call, walking, much, dinner, pull, scream, pull, eat, kids, stop. I've done the period. Right.
Follow the sounds and say the words.
Some of them even learn 400 before the end of prep. Pretty amazing. So put those code level sound picks, the code level graphemes, code level words, code level sentences, high frequency words, put them together into sentences. So in the first term of prep, they can all be reading full sentences with fluency and comprehension and expression.
In the can. Pet set on the pin. Stand, spit, pit. The pin is in the tin. The ant is on the tap. Sat on the pin. Brilliant. Mahir, nice and loud.
So it sounds like most of the children are working at the yellow or blue code level. You can hear it's busy because they're all on task. So there is a fully planned 2-hour literacy block for reception in year 1, so that no child needs to go up to grade 2, still in the learning to read, learning to spell phase. They move up reading to learn, unless it's an intellectual impairment or some valid reason, in which case they carry on having the activities, the phase 2 activities, as a response to intervention. They keep getting support. If you can use this 2-hour literacy block 4 times a week, then you're covering every strand of the Australian curriculum for English, language, literature and literacy. Most people don't have that luxury. It's a real shame. So if you've only got half an hour, as you can see in that half an hour, you've got your speedy pair decoding, code mapping, you've got your code level video and coding poster. That is your explicit phonics teaching done and dusted in half an hour, 4 times a week, which means that the vast majority of children, 85%, will pass the UK phonics test at the end of reception, because they are working at their own level. They're not waiting for the rest of the class, and they're getting more time if they need more time, so they're not being pushed through to the next sound or whatever when they're not ready. So there's your half-hour plan. Your Speedy 6 is when they're using inquiry learning to explore the less frequently used graphemes. So your first 3 activities are your high frequency graphemes. And then of course, if you have got more time that you can use for SSP, you've got snap and crack, you've got your comprehension, you've got your writing activities. And I do need you to fit in your duck level words, especially your PM level 1 to 10, 100 high frequency words. Because most children in Australia are benchmarked, and we want them to have confidence. We want them to be able to actually read those PM levels 1 to 10 with fluency and comprehension. And if you use this from term 1, then the vast majority of children will get there by the end of term 3 in prep. Send home the booklet. Make sure the parents have the SSP Monster Mapping app. If you can't use the app at school, get the PM level 1 to 10 high frequency word video as an internet free video. Set up a station, a speedy sight word station, where the children can just go whenever they've got a free minute and just practice recognizing and writing these important high frequency words.
Ready? Here we go.
The
See if you can beat it. Say really fast.
is and look here he come at I in we am two up down us.
So that's round about PM 10 by the end of term 3 in prep. The average for an SSP teacher who can actually follow this routine is just over 17. So compare that with the national average and you'll see how quick, how wonderful this method of teaching actually is. So if you need any information, please do ask. I am a real teacher, and this is happening in schools across Australia. So if you don't believe that they're getting these results and that children can work in such a and be so intrinsically motivated, so engaged and love to read, love to spell, go and actually visit an SSP classroom, and please do come to training. Until you've seen it, until you've actually come, you've spoken to SSP teachers, you won't understand how truly magical this is. You won't understand how it impacts on behaviour, how it affects the way they learn every topic, every subject, their maths, their science. They become curious, but they're independent, confident, articulate learners. And that's what this is all about. They love it, and so teachers love teaching in this way. We've got training coming up in term 4. Please do come and start this from term 1 next year. Now, Kylie took the session in term 3. She's the learning leader at the school,
And she gave an example of a prep teacher's timetable. Wherever you're teaching, whether it's a state school, private school, what have you, whatever the constraints on your time, we can fit it in. We can help you prioritize, help you get the best learning outcomes for every child, regardless of where you teach and how you're told to teach. We can help you. That's what we're here for. So please do get in touch. Come to training, Brisbane and Adelaide, or train online. But get started from term 1 of 2020 and you will never look back.